Okay. Good. Welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to start my presentation. And as you can see from the title, what we're going to do, we're going to discuss a little bit about success. Success in terms not of winning design awards. It's about how to design success in terms of how design can help to develop and achieve business success. So first and for all, everything what I do together with our team is based on the fact that we should matter about customers. Customers are the ones at the end who are going to buy. They will bring value in terms of turnover and profit. So customers are actually the ones which we should matter most. And this sounds quite easy, as a statement, but it's extremely difficult to really find out what really matters to customers. And I would like to give you some insights how we work. Designing a product is not just a product, it actually includes also the brand. Is it actually comparable or actually on the same eye level, as we say? Is the services, what this customer provides to the clients is good? Is it a system and spaces? So to us, that's what actually matters. And we would like to also spaces at the end, and that's what we also create, especially at Laufen, that people then love and enjoy on daily basis. Because what we believe, what matters to people at the end matters to business. And this is something which I would say, just a saying, yes, but in the true sense of the word, that's actually the art of making a company successful or not successful. My personal collaboration with Laufen goes on now for 23 years, from the first start until today. And this collaboration, you see me when we started, I'm much more younger than that age. That's a picture from 2000. And we see, that was actually the first product we developed. That's the Laufen Pro. That's a mock-up sample of the Laufen Pro. And the Laufen Pro, after 23 years, is still in service. So, and if you see that product, which has, of course, some small modification through the years, became quite a symbol, for Laufen, because it was actually the first what we call democratic product, which would be, for all markets, for all customer needs, a perfect fit. The second sample I would like to show with you is the shower toilet collection. This is the Riva, and since now the last few years, the Riva has been expanded to the next level. That's then the Navia, and of course, the new topside element, which you can see over there, which has all the same elements. And I would like to show you this. What does the signature of this product, which is so important, really make the difference? First, we have a signature of the control element. All of them using the same kind of usability concept. This is the what we call operation wheel. Second part is using this wheel also for the remote control, not having something completely different, but using what we call a signature element also to drive it to the next level. And last but not least, the connectivity with an app where you can have all the possibilities for personalizing your product with this app. So through all those years, this philosophy of having a signature element went through all these product lines, from faucets to wash basins to shower toilets, all the way through. So how to design what really matters? I said, matter to people, matters to business. But what really matters? Well, as designers, we can only, and we understand that, especially we, as my company, it's about 25 designers working on different projects. And what is very important, being a designer, we can only give first kind of ideas. We see ourselves first and foremost as thinkers and drivers, and that will then, of course, need to be developed. And sometimes you see, I'm standing here, but basically it's a whole team of people which make this success happen. So I'm only a little kind of first kind of thinker, and also with some more or less crazy ideas, but at the end, to change that into or drive that to a successful product needs a long range of people. People, customers. You can buy data of customer groups, you can buy data of different countries with different kind of social levels. But over the past 23 years, we have learned to understand, what retail customers want and what also end users want, and to understand their needs and their desires. On the other hand, we do have and understand what is actually the strategy. Sorry for that. Understand the design and the strategy of a world-class brand like LAUFEN, because we need to see if what we design is that on a level with the brand. And of course, as I just mentioned, design matters truly requires a team. And there's no intern as the team from LAUFEN, and there's no external, there's only everyone together. And this is a picture, of a development in our studio where we actually align, the knowledge from product management to design management together with my team. Swiss design. I have been asked also this morning what's then really matter, in terms of Swiss design and why makes it so special. Well, I don't feel special because, the way we work as designers and Swiss designers, we have a certain DNA. And I would like to point out only 3 major elements. First, this is what we call attention to details. Details is super, super important. Everything which you touch, you feel, the material, the kind of interaction, the human touch we call, needs to be precisely developed. I put here one brand, which you maybe know, that's Rolex, and on the other side you see, every single detail, is perfect. And that is part of our Swiss DNA. That's also because sometimes that's a little bit more expensive, but at the end of the day, that's what really makes the difference. Another part is the simplicity and the minimalism. We do not care about fancy extra. We want to really bring it down to the essentials. And that is what we say is also very substantial. If it comes, to reduce the amount of material and also to optimize, the carbon footprint. And last but not least, and this is a long tradition in Swiss design, is what we call craftsmanship. The passion to not only then take the idea from a designer and try then just to put it into a cheap production. This is not the idea. We work together with the tool makers, we work together with the manufacturers and our experts in the companies to really in line, so that it is manufacturable, feasible, and actually precisely produced. So let's talk about MEDA, the latest collection. I was being asked, just to give you a little insight about it. And MEDA is in Swiss German, more here. MEDA. So it's actually based on two words. And that's something, which we took in this project from the very beginning. When we knew, the name, we said, okay, we need to lead to that promise of more. And I would like to give you a little insight, what does that mean? What was the goal of this collection? Nothing more, nothing less of creating a collection for everyone, for every home and every market. We have to understand that doing a renovation of a bathroom or creating a new bathroom takes about a lifespan of 30 years in average. So when you design, something, you have to understand that this will then guide you in your home for at least 25, 30 years. So the decision needs to be crucial, because if it's too fancy, maybe also wrong color, you may be gonna hate after 5 years. So that's something you need to consider. What we also wanted is to include the highest quality and what we call timeless design that works, whether it takes center stage or acts as a reliable friend in the background. And that's what we call MEDA for life. When we started, we always create a mood board, what we want to achieve. Naturality. We also wanted to, the kind of people we want to attract, the surrounding, the material, just like a Swiss landscape, in order to make everything in the right order, clean and functional. And what we did was also from the beginning, we wanted to make it modular, perfectly adjusted from a standpoint from the ceramics to the faucets and also all the way also to the cabinets. Second, it needed to be totally geometric, perfectly balanced. And this geometric kind of shape, what we did was actually precisely run through the very end of every single product. So this balance, when we started to do the first product, we already, and sometimes that's the big challenge, we need to already to think at the very end. So we need to know how many products and how many items at the end we really need, so that we can be sure that at the end everything actually fits perfectly together. Here are some samples. These are not photographs, these are renderings out of the developing stage of all the details, or some of the details which created or was actually leading all the way through to this new collection. From a push plate, to all kind of elements. And then we wanted also to have a material concept which fits the needs of someone who will decide now to have a perfect modern bathroom, but will not be too modern that in 10 years you will actually need to throw it away because you don't like it anymore. So this natural kind of balance of the material collection is based on long term. These are the first, screenshots of how it looks in a certain kind of surrounding. in the Swiss Alps, and that's what we call MEDA. Thank you very much.